A process mining project using the Signavio platform has been completed on the procure-to-pay process. Data for the following SAP transactions in both the procurement side and the accounts payable side was uploaded into the tool, along with key attribute data such as company name, segment, purchase classification, and PO type. This allowed us to generate key process insights across the P2P process. The dials, indicator, and traffic light elements represent widgets associated with the SAP transaction. For example, here we can find the overall P2P average cycle time, as well as viewing the average by month or by segment or PO type. The thresholds clearly display how different PO types compare to the overall average. Focusing specifically on procurement, we can visualize how the average cycle time for the procurement side of the process has changed over the year. There is a noticeable positive correlation as the year progresses, which doesn't align with the PO volume changes across the year. The process mining tool allows you to focus in on cases that don't meet its. For example, PO approvals should not take more than 2 days. However, we found that 2,663 POs took longer than 2 days to approve. Here we can see that companies with the highest number of POs with a greater than 2-day approval time. We can also view this with PO type, with the delegated procurement flow visibly struggling to approve POs fast enough. Another key KPI for cases where the GR was recorded after the invoice had been created. There are around 1,000 cases per month where the GR was recorded before the invoice was created in the first half of the year. The number of cases then reduced for the second half of the year. By looking at the PO type for these cases, we can see that once again the delegated procurement flow seems to be the problem. The cycle time implication of this deviation from the happy path cost the flow 33 days and 7 hours. Other accounts payable insights that we have generated include delayed payments, where we have identified which vendors are most frequently receiving late payments. Key cycle times such as invoice scanned to create, invoice created to posted, invoice approval times by company, and invoice posted to payment. Catalogue cases have some interesting insights. Overall, the P2P cycle time increases from 55 to 61 days. However, when we look specifically at the procurement cycle time, the cycle time reduces by half from 32 days to 16 days. So what is causing the overall P2P cycle time to increase? By clicking into the investigation, we can find out some more details. Once in the investigation, you can use the navigation bar on the left-hand side to direct you to the desired chapter. The abstract gives us a snippet of the key analysis inside the chapter. 25% of cases use catalogue. We know that the procurement side of the catalogue process is efficient with a short cycle time. Here we can see that each step of the accounts payable process is also more efficient for the catalogue. So what's causing the delay? The rework rate for the catalogue process is high at 88%. The backwards flows and task repetitions associated with this could be delaying the overall process, whilst also requiring more resources to manage. By filtering out the rework catalogue cases, we can see the art of the possible. Here, for catalogue cases with no rework, the overall P2P average cycle time is just 16 days and 13 hours. By looking at the process discovery diagram, we can identify the most frequent rework areas for catalogue case. These are invoice approval back to complete invoice, and complete invoice back to GR. We can identify the companies which are performing catalogue cases poorly and those who have efficient catalogue P2P processing time. This can also be viewed at a plant level.